An anonymous individual once said, "Teaching is the one profession that creates all other professions." I have been heavily involved in child development for approximately 23 years, and I am extremely confident with my knowledge and experience relative to this field. At the conclusion of this presentation, my intentions are to provide quality information about the process to achieve my career path and the importance to our society. In this presentation, I will cover the following: the education required to become a pre-K teaching assistant, the daily routine of the career, and the reason I was moved to become a pre-K teaching assistant. The education required to become a pre-K teaching assistant in Texas is simple, but very strict. The first task that must be accomplished is receiving a high school diploma or a GED. The next step is acquiring an associate's degree in child development. There is an alternative route, which consists of taking a paraprofessional academy course. The everyday operations of a pre-K teaching assistant is much like a coin. It has two sides. One side of the job is focused on the children and their development. According to an article written by Mary Harvey with Parents.com, children are generally taught the following at pre-K: letters, sounds, numbers, counting, socializing, sharing, and so forth. In my experience as a pre-K teaching assistant, the main goal for the children's development is to prepare them for kindergarten. The other side of the career is comprised of many hours of creating lesson plans, specializing activities for each individual child. In a published article by David Weston, based on his research, he concluded that the average teacher spends 12 to 14 hours off the clock creating lesson plans. I can personally recall spending plenty of time on the weekends finding ways to specialize the individual activities for the children. My motivation to become a pre-K teaching assistant is the result of my struggles as a child and the lack of compassion I felt from my teachers at a young age. After overcoming my negative experiences in elementary, I knew from that point on that I wanted to teach pre-K. I strive to help as many children as possible to ensure they receive proper attention and each of them, and teach them with compassion. As I reach the conclusion of my presentation, I hope that you have obtained insight about the education requirements, the day-to-day duties, and my personal drive to become a pre-K teaching assistant. Child development is and will always be very important to our society. In the wise words of Vince Gilman, you cannot make people learn. You can only provide them the right conditions for learning to happen. Thank you.